Hey folks, welcome back here to the Vegas Don Channel. We are making a left-hand turn here onto Shadow Lane, here in an area of town known as Scotch 80s, or Scotch 80, something like that. So, thanks to 7-Eleven man, who helped me with a lot of this. So yeah, Scotch 80s, plural. You see the sign there. I want to check something here, around here. And so we're gonna go, this is Ellis here. I'm gonna make a left onto Ellis. Just wanna show you the area in here. So this is kind of an old school Summerlin, if you will, in here for Las Vegas. From what I understand from 7-Eleven man, if I remember correctly, he said that the city essentially allowed the folks in this neighborhood to close off the area and kind of just to keep passersby from coming in here, etc. And you can see there's a gate there actually off of Martin Luther King. We didn't have a gate coming in off of Shadow Lane there, but the interstate is right there. Interstate 15. You can see some of the homes in here in Scotch 80s. Almost makes me want to drink when I say that, Scotch 80s. I'll have a Scotch 80s. Got boulders there. They do not want people parking there. Security cameras in use, private property. Okay. Message received. So we'll go back up here to Shadow and make a left right here. Very quiet in here. And so back in the day, this used to be kind of where the casino execs and stuff would live, as well as some of the performers. You can see some of these homes, they may be older, but they're in good shape and they've been taken care of. This brings us over here to Waldman Avenue. We'll make a left onto Waldman. And again, right here in the shadow of the interstate, right in front of us. And I want to point this out here in just a moment. I'll pause it for a sec. So this home right here in front of us on Waldman Avenue is the home of one Jerry Lewis, very famous performer and actor here in Las Vegas and worldwide. Really, really beautiful home here. I mean, you really have to kind of see it in person. It is here in the neighborhood called Scotch 80s. And Interstate 15 is right there. That's the noise wall, the retaining wall, right there. This neighborhood was closed off pretty much. They let the residents pretty much have autonomy over the area. They've closed off a ton of access roads in this area, so it's really only accessible by Shadow Lane off of Charleston Boulevard, but we are just west of the Charleston Boulevard Interstate 15 interchange. But the man that ran all those telethons for all those years, this was his home here in Las Vegas. Really cool stuff. Back here in the car now, I just wanted to point this out. You see the Strat right there? So all of this right here in the shadow of the Strat, it's still a very well kept property and home here. It's in great shape from what I can tell. And 3-car garage. That's something that is not very common for homes back, that date back this old. And then right here, Jerry has an empty lot next to him, at least, well, he used to. He doesn't live here anymore, of course, but this whole area, again, used to house a lot of folks that worked on the strip, a lot of the big deals, if you will, from down on the strip. But it's really, really quiet in here, which is really unusual, especially for this part of town, and for the fact that it's next to the interstate. They did a good job with the retaining wall there in front of us. Oh my. Okay, I thought this was a dead end up here. Oh, okay, it looks like it curves around there from where we were before, so I'll turn back around just to take one last look at the man, Jerry Lewis, his former house. Lots of history here in this town. For a town that was only incorporated in the early 1900s, I think it was in 1906, I think it was incorporated, something like that. A lot of history here, and a lot of Hollywood history for sure. See, the trees are pretty much perfectly still right now. Got no wind to speak of. But this lot right here, next to Jerry's former house, it's actually a great location too, because you're close to downtown. You're close to Fremont Street here. Got the little Italian cypress out there, out front with some little palms. Looks like artificial turf. But yeah, really, really cool. So we'll continue here in Scotch 80s, show you more of the area. Going past Shadow Lane now. But it's just weird to have this, you know, this nice, even though it's older, it is nice, for sure. Development in here. So close to the interstate like that. Usually everything off the interstate is, it's not the most desirable real estate, let's say. Not the most sought after real estate. We're gonna make a left here onto Birch Street. Look at this house. Wow. Who lives here? Beautiful chandelier there in the front too. Wow. That is a grand entrance for sure. Look at that chandelier. That shows very nicely. Here off of Birch and Banny Avenue for our friends following along at home. These roadways have a lot of them have medians in the middle of them here. Brings us up here to Silver Avenue. We'll make a left onto Silver, named after Terry Silver from Karate Kid. Just kidding. So the city was incorporated in 1911, not 1906. So even, yeah, 114 years of history here. When you compare that to some of the cities back east, it's like a drop in the bucket. But you can see the homes here. Make a left here onto Westwood. The guard dog sign says, "I can make it to the gate in 3 seconds. Can you?" He's got a couple of those up. Looks like a Rottweiler that they have out right out the front door there too. That's funny. And this is a tennis court. Someone's got tennis courts here at the back of their house. Really, really nice area. As we cross Banny. Check out Vids from Mike for some cool drone videos, including sunrises and sunsets. And also the elusive and mysterious Janet Airlines. If you're not familiar with Janet Airlines, feel free to do a quick Google search and prepare to be wowed and amazed. I'm gonna go back west here, because I wanted to come back the other way. But again, I think there's only one way in, one way out in that Shadow Lane here. I don't think you can access Rancho out here, which is the major street at the end up here. Really interesting stuff. That's like an old, looks like a Frank Lloyd Wright type of place. Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, I'm no expert in architecture, but that's what it looks like to me. I took an art appreciation class in college, so I'm trying to remember some of the stuff I learned. Okay, so it looks like I can get out up here, but I can't. You can't enter from over here. So really cool neighborhood here. Scotch 80s, home to the home of Jerry Lewis, former home of Jerry Lewis. Gonna make a right here onto Rancho. And go up here to Mason and make a left. Actually, we'll make a U-turn. And this sign over here says McNeil Estates, Historic Las Vegas Neighborhood. Okay, that's cool. So now heading southbound here on Rancho for our friends following along at home on your preferred map app. This is going to bring us up here to Oakey. Oakey's a minor residential arterial, but it does extend, the name at least, extends quite a bit across the valley here. Las Vegas is pretty much a bowl, like a cereal bowl. So most of the roads don't extend outside of the bowl. Exceptions would be like Lake Mead Boulevard, certainly the interstates. This is El Cortez here. We're going to make a right onto El Cortez into Rancho Sereno, historic Las Vegas neighborhood, it says in here. So you have all these historic neighborhoods in here that a lot of folks just drive by. Don't realize that it's all here. This is De Osma Street. I want to thank you all so very much for joining us. Please do like, follow, share, and subscribe to us. It really helps recommend us to other viewers and the almighty algorithm. The almighty algorithm is what really carries the weight of your voice to other folks, so please help us out there. Also check out our merch available on the shop section of our YouTube channel with the Vegas Don logo on top of the Las Vegas Strip skyline, as designed by my beautiful wife and graphic designer Logan, and has the Las Vegas Strip skyline with the Vegas Don logo on top of it. And as always, remember, here on the Vegas Don channel, it's the journey. Thank you for being here, folks. We'll see you next time.